When it comes to money, we all know it's no secret that NBA players carry around some of the biggest contracts in all of sports. On top of that, there are still a few players at the top of the food chain bringing in more money than other athletes can only dream of having. Here are the 10 biggest contracts in NBA history. Holding the 10th spot on our list, we have Blake Griffin. The Los Angeles Clippers felt that it was only right to pay the big man a few years ago. Being on the tail end of his career, it's encouraging to see that teams are willing to pay a nice amount for aging household names. Unfortunately, 7 months after Griffin signed the contract, he was being traded to the Detroit Pistons. Now with the Brooklyn Nets, the veteran will earn $5.9 million from the Nets this season, while also collecting $29.8 million from the Pistons. At number 9, we have Khris Middleton. Milwaukee has two of the top 10 richest contracts in history, the first one being Khris Middleton. They rewarded Middleton with a hefty $178 million over 5 years. Middleton proved to the Bucks that he was more than capable of performing at a high level day in and day out. If you think Milwaukee broke the bank for Khris Middleton, wait until you see what they decided to pay for the Greek Freak. Next on our list, we have Lakers forward Anthony Davis. After joining LeBron in LA and the two of them winning a championship together, the Lakers decided to reward both of their superstars. AD signed a 5-year contract with the Lakers worth $190 million on December 3, 2020. One day before that, teammate LeBron James signed an extension of his own, keeping him in Los Angeles through the 2022-23 season. Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka said, and I quote, "In the Orlando bubble, Anthony Davis proved he is one of the game's most complete and dominant two-way players." Pelinka finished with saying, "Now Lakers fans get to watch AD continue to grow and lead our franchise for years to come." Holding the number 7 spot, we have Klay Thompson. Klay joined the other half of the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry, who also signed a massive contract of his own in July of 2019. Despite tearing his ACL, Thompson still managed to sign a max contract with the Warriors as an unrestricted free agent. The guard's contract has now turned into a liability, being that he suffered an Achilles injury in November and hasn't played a game since. Next at number 6, we have Klay Thompson's counterpart, Steph Curry. The two-time MVP became a $200 million man in June of 2017 after his finals victory. Curry is a max-worthy player and a max-worthy leader. He has only missed one All-Star game in the last 7 seasons. He's also won 3 championships. Warriors management understands his value better than anyone, having enjoyed the fruits of his rise to superstar status, and they didn't hesitate to pay him the most money possible as quickly as possible. Taking the 5 spot, we have Paul George. After a dispiriting exit from the NBA bubble, the Clippers decided to double down on the Paul George-Kawhi Leonard tandem. George signed a 4-year extension on December 10th, guaranteeing him $226 million over the next 5 years. PG struggled with injuries a bit in his first full season with the Clippers after being acquired from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Last season, he averaged 21.5 points over 48 games during the regular season, his lowest total in a dual season since 2012-2013 with the Indiana Pacers. George didn't exactly redeem himself in the postseason, scoring 20.2 points per game while shooting below 40% from the field. I guess that was still enough for the Clippers to lock down the guard long term. At number 4, we have James Harden. Harden signed what was at the time the largest contract in NBA history after receiving a 4-year extension in July of 2017. Given what he did for the organization, James was obviously worth the contract. The Beard, who is now with the Brooklyn Nets, is nearing the end of his contract. After this year, Harden will have 1 year left on his $228 million deal. Taking the 3rd spot on our list is Russell Westbrook. Westbrook signed a $205 million extension with the Thunder in September of 2017, adding the extension to the $28 million remaining on his previous deal. Westbrook was then traded to the Rockets, where he paired up with James Harden. Russ is now in his 4th year of the contract, and the Washington Wizards, who he currently plays for, now holds the final 2 years of the deal. The second biggest contract in NBA history is held by the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. This decision will have a massive impact on the future of the Milwaukee Bucks. The franchise will now be looking to build around the current league MVP. This season, Antetokounmpo will earn $27.5 million. before his mammoth extension kicks in next season. Giannis and the Bucks are currently hoping to claim the Larry O'Brien Trophy at the end of this season in June. And now, with the largest contract in NBA history, we have Damian Lillard. Portland's superstar point guard signed a 4-year extension worth nearly $200 million in June of 2019. The 4-year contract was added on to the final 2 years of Lillard's previous deal, keeping him in Portland through 2024-2025. Drafted number 6 by the Blazers in the 2012 NBA Draft, Lillard has proved himself to the organization and the rest of the NBA that he is more than deserving of every penny. The 30-year-old guard has definitely changed the Portland team around for the better. Lillard has made 6 All-Star games and has also been able to lead the Trailblazers to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 19 years. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post a new video. Also be sure to check out more exclusive content on our channel.